Star Citizen, we have the details for Fleet Week. Jumptown 2.1, that new dynamic event is now live. Alpha 3.19 is Wave 2 on the PTU, and the latest patch has even more improvements. We also have a summary of some plans for mining, salvage, and tractor beam gameplay coming up. A Fleet Week trailer and event details have now come out. The event is running from the 19th of May to the 30th. It's also confirmed to be running at the Expo Hall at Area 18, so spawn there or go there and follow the signs on the train to get there from the 19th onwards. You can expect that to start at 4 PM UTC typically. That's the time they like to start their events. And if you look at the clock on the Invictus launch week sort of placeholder page, then that would also suggest 4 PM, but sometimes things aren't precise. Anyway, Cloud Imperium say, test fly the UE Navy's finest ships, catch first looks at brand new releases, rediscover old favourites, tour an in-service Javelin destroyer, and more as we welcome the UE Naval Fleet to the Stanton system once more, as this year's Invictus Launch Week celebration returns to Area 18 on ArcCorp. So each 48 hours of that event, they change the manufacturer that's featured at the Expo Hall, or set of manufacturers everything's focused on. And you can rent the ships that are there and flyable for free during that time, and buy the ships from the RSO website during that time as well, because they go, all new ships, and lots of other ships available in packs or on sale limited time. There might be some hull limited ships as well, things like Javelins or Idrises and things might turn up. But if you look at that event program, there's also a new ship or manufacturer, the Mirai. If you notice as well, that shape of the logo is the same shape as the MISC logo above it. So the Mirai could be a ship made by MISC, or potentially a team of MISC and an alien manufacturer like Devarin or Xi'an, but it could also just be the name of a new manufacturing team-up from MISC and that alien manufacturer rather than the name of a ship. We do know that Cloud Imperium had planned a MISC Fury. This could actually be that renamed, or that might be the manufacturer for it, or it might be something as well as the MISC Fury. We'll have to wait and see. The 19th and 20th, that has MISC, Mirai, and Crusader taking the stage. The 21st, 22nd, that has Aegis. 23rd to 24th, that's Anvil. 25th and 26th is a load of manufacturers, Argo, Tumbril, Origin, Consolidated Outland, and RSI. The 27th and 28th has Drake Defense Con. That's normally all Drake ships and is at typically a different location that's nearby to the Expo Hall because they're not officially invited. The 29th and 30th, that's the finale. Now that's at the main Expo Hall again, and normally has a mixture of ship weapons and FPS gear and armor and weapons, sort of like on view and some cool little stuff you can see. But also you are typically able to rent all the ships that were previously being shown from some terminals. You can expect a few new ships and vehicles through Fleet Week as well to go on sale, whether that be concept or straight to flyable, although Cloud Imperium are preferring straight to flyable where possible. A free fly event as well, probably discounted starter packages, probably a referral bonus scheme. That military parade flying between stations is going to be going on. You'll be able to see military ships from the F8 Lightning to the Bengal Carrier flying around. I did notice as well in the description that it said, test fly the UE Navy's finest ships. Specifically saying the UE Navy's, which might be the F7A or the F8 Lightning. It might not. It might just be describing, these ships that are the Expo are the UE Navy's finest, or they use some of them in the Navy. But typically you'll be able to see those ships in the Expo Hall, whatever. And the fact that there's typically a Bengal flying around, pretty excited. That Javelin tour, really exciting and quite fun too, although I've done it a few times now. Maybe there'll be some new stuff. Here's hoping. So, from the Star Citizen newsletter, Jumptown is back and it's better than ever. New drug labs have been uncovered in various locations around the Stanton system, but be warned, the stakes are higher than ever, so come prepared. Plus, Alpha 3.19 is now open to Wave 2 testers in the PTU. If you're eligible, fire it up and help us prepare the patch for a wider release. So that means that people that are Evocati, that are Concierge, that are RSI subscribers, and some of the most active PTU players by time, and people that have been particularly active on the issue council will all now have access to. The new Jumptown 2.1 event is now running on live servers until the 9th of May at 8 PM UTC. You can grab a mission for Jumptown in the priority tab in your Mobigless, either in general for the lawful mission or personal for the unlawful one. Then you'll be tasked with getting crates of narcotics that one of the facilities produces. It actually produces the crates every 30 seconds if the dispensary is empty, and there's 2 dispensaries at each facility. And then you'll have to take those boxes to an orbital station if you're lawful, or Grimhex if you're not. It is PvP focused, so remember that. There's also a lot of money to be made, and the facilities there are now massive and changed. They have multiple entry points, 2 dispensaries, and are designed for FPS combat, as well as a more hectic experience. Now, with the addition of the soft death system, that's going to have a lot more people more willing to blow up people's ships and then try and loot them for these boxes as well, especially around Grimhex, I would expect, so be careful. You can go to the Jumptown sort of areas solo, or with an org, or with your group or whatever. Expect the unexpected and random conflict. As I said, PvP orientated. Stack up boxes and try and make a ton of money, like take a big amount of boxes away, or get one of your mates to keep on taking boxes away as you're sort of protecting the facility, or leave once you've got a bit and try not to get yourself exploded by a swarm of enemies. There's also a mini sort of associated ship sale going on for ships appropriate or and vehicles appropriate for Jumptown, or more appropriate, I suppose, because things like the Cut the Steel aren't here. There's the Hercules A2, the Arrow, the Ballista, the Centurion, Gladius, Nomad, Nova, Tank, the Prowler, Saber, and Valkyrie. They're all available to purchase as part of this little mini sale. There's also packs with the Mercury Star Runner and Tumbrel Cyclone, as well as the Avenger Titan and Dragonfly available with skins here. The Alpha 3.19 PTU patch has seen even more updates, with the latest patch seeing a lot of spit and polish. In fact, almost entirely spit and polish. There was a Lawville no-fly zone polish to adjust locations and reduce size, and they're going to continue to adjust that in the PTU builds. They want players to be able to fly around that city relatively unrestrained where possible, but there needs to be some restrictions on that. The Lawville level of detail and collisions have had a polish pass. Ghost Hollow location art has had a polish pass. The mining economy has had a polish. There's a big amount of mining profits you can potentially make. They've added more locations to sell Jalonite and one place to buy iron. Salvage contract balance has been made, so they've made unlawful salvage contracts available everywhere in Stanton. They've increased mission lifetime from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. More mission instances have been generated. They've reworked green zone systems to allow tractor beams to be used in hangars. This is awesome. Now we can use the attach-detach feature for tractor beams, moving components around much more easily and readily, as well as move some of our cargo around without having to move our ship long distances out of a green zone. Tractor beam UI has also had a polish pass as well. So lots and lots of polish there. There was a Star Citizen live mining salvage tractors oh my episode. They said here they wanted to improve and update mining in 3.19 as they want to keep pushing the gameplay and they don't want us to get bored. We've had mining for quite a while, although it's been pretty refined. They do want to keep on improving it, and they've changed up a lot. Minerals have standard locations now, so you have to go to a particular planet or moon to find the resources you want. There's much less randomness. It's much more predictable. When you go out and mine, you can sort of choose what you're going for. Rock composition and density are now based on the minerals and materials inside it, which also affects its mass, density, resistance, etc. The mole and multi-crew mining is much more viable and in fact necessary with some rocks. The range of difficulty and what you can find has some big variance. Mining gadgets and the correct mining lasers and items are really, really useful now, and they might be essential for the job that you're on. And we can now change these sort of items on the fly with the handheld tractor beam, so you can change your mining heads and all that sort of jazz as long as you've got the spare heads in your cargo bay. This is all building towards basic crafting as well as a dynamic universe sim and economy that makes use of these mined goods. Salvage will continue to evolve. They are working towards the next stage of salvage for the Vulture and Reclaimer, which is munching, which requires procedural damage and ship tractor beams. This takes large chunks of ships and then makes them into sort of salvage material, and that material will be whatever that chunk is made of. So if it's made of mostly aluminium, then it's going to be mostly that. Cargo boxes and saddlebags and things like that will be purchasable items in the future. They are still planning out tractor beam gameplay and balance. Beams will have a max mass and size of things that they can move. They may also have cargo specific tractor beams. They want tractor beams to be relatively precise rather than like big nets that you can cast over an area. Inside Star Citizen, this week was lacking development info. It focused on a Grey Cat buggy PTV, sort of buggy race track stuff. Go watch that if you are interested. And boom! that's it for your Star Citizen news this week. I will have breakdowns of the monthly reports going out over the next few days. I'm really interested to know, are you excited for Fleet Week? What do you think those new ships and vehicles are going to be? Is there anything that you're looking to purchase? Do you think Cloud Imperium are going to be knocking it out of the park with 3.19 compared to what happened with 3.18's release? We do know that 3.19 should be coming on or before Fleet Week, because that patch is integral to Fleet Week. What do you think about the Mirai? Do you think it's a manufacturer? Do you think it's the name of a ship? Do you think it's both? Are you getting involved in Jumptown, even though it's on the 3.18.2 branch? And what's your experiences of that and 3.19 on the PTU if you are playing it? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but give him a NordVPN subscription using nordvpn.com/BoredGamer or the links below, and he'll browse the internet more safely and with greater accessibility for a lifetime, or at least until his subscription ends. He can then shop for his own fish from places like Tesco's, Walmart, or Asda or something. It also makes a fantastic gift. Next time you go to a dinner party or a wedding, bring them a NordVPN subscription. Bam! You'll be the talk of the town, and it's certainly better than bringing a fish. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to go further to support the channel, then use that join button under my videos or the Patreon links below. That would be amazing. It goes a long way to helping Zin and I be able to create daily videos, and you'll get some exclusive perks, including some videos, posts, and polls to help guide the channel. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For May, it's for an Origin 400i, the luxury exploration touring ship capable of taking 3 crew to distant stars. It also comes with lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. To be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details down below. Thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you in the verse.